Hi there. We're going to solve word problems that involve working with bearings and using the sine and cosine rules. Let's start by reading the question. And as we are reading, we must draw the diagram as following. An aircraft flies from its base. Let's draw the base. 200 kilometer on a bearing of 162 degrees. So we draw the north from this station or this spot, and we're going to measure from the north clockwise the 162 degrees. So we know the direction of our aircraft. And the length of this direction is 200 kilometer. So this is the 200 kilometer, and this is the new location of our aircraft. And as we're reading the question once again, at bearing of 260, so we draw the north, and from the north clockwise we measure the 260 degrees angle, so we know the direction of the new destination, which is 350 kilometer. So this is the 350 kilometer, and this is the third location of our aircraft, and then it went back to the starting point. And here it is, the triangle. We always look for the triangle. Now, once we finish drawing the diagram, we must name each angle in our diagram, giving it the big alphabet and the opposite side to this angle, and we give it the small alphabet. So this is our A capital angle, and the 350 is the opposite side to the A angle, and this is our B angle, and the opposite side to it is this side, which is unknown. This is angle C, and the opposite side to it is the 200 kilometers, so this is C small. And we must draw the north from our third destination here, and this is angle D, which is the unknown, and that is the bearing of the return journey. Now, we know here two sides and none of the angles are known. So we must try to find one of the angles in this triangle. As you can see here, this is the 162, and we can know this angle here. Why? Because north, they are parallel, and these two angles, they create the U shape here, so which make them co-interior angles. So if we name this E, so the 162 degrees and the E angle, they are co-interior angles, and co-interior angles, they add up to 180 degrees. Accordingly, angle E is equal to 180 minus 162. Angle E is equal to 18 degrees. And if we go back here, E and the 260 and B, they are angles at a point. Angles at a point add up to 360, which means if we add E and 260 and we subtract the total from 360, we find then angle B. So 18 plus 260 is 278. If we subtract the 278 from 360, so angle B comes down to 82 degrees. Angle B is 82 degrees. Now, once again, the drawing, and we place on it the given numbers and any new number that we found. So angle B is equal to 82 degrees. Since we have side A, the 350 kilometer, and side C, the 200 kilometer, and the angle in between known, which is angle B, and it's 82, then we can find B small or side B. And we're going to use the cosine rule. So the unknown side B, so we're going to start with B squared is equal to, what are the other two sides? A and C. A squared plus C squared minus M brackets 2 times side A times side C times cosine the angle between side A and C, which is angle B. Let's substitute in this rule now. So B squared is equal to, A is equal to 350, so 350 squared plus C is equal to 200, 200 squared minus M brackets 2 times side A, which is 350, times side C, which is 200, times cosine the angle between side C and A, or A and C, which is the 82 degrees. We are finding B, so we're going to square root each side. So this comes down to B is equal to square root. All this goes under the square root. This is ready to be inserted in the calculator, and if you do so, B is gonna come down to 378 kilometer, and this is correct to three significant figures. Let me remind you here, you stop at the 8. This is the first figure, second, third figure. You stop at the third. Look at the right. 1 is not going to bring my 8 up, so the answer correct to three significant figure is 378 kilometer. And place the number that you found in the diagram. So you have the given numbers and the numbers that you find in every single step. Now, we have all the sides in this triangle known and one angle known. So we are going to try to find angle C so that we can find the bearing at last. How do we find angle C? If you have a close look, so we have the side C, A and B known. So we can start with the cosine rule, starting with side C. So C squared is equal to A. What are the other two sides? A and B. A squared plus B squared minus M brackets 2 times side A times side B times cosine the angle between side A and side B, which is angle C. Let's substitute. So C is 200 kilometer to the power of 2 is equal to side A is 350, so 350 squared plus side B is 378 to the power of 2 minus inside the bracket 2 times side A, which is 350, times side B, which is 378, times cosine the angle between side B and A, which is unknown. It's C. Let's get some space here and let's try to solve this equation here. I'm sorry, these popped up. They were supposed to be animated, but anyhow, let's go from here. So let's at first, after we substitute, so we wrote the rule, we substituted in the rule, let's simplify it. 200 to the power of 2 is 40,000. And if we simplify here, 350 to the power of 2 plus 378 to the power of 2, it's gonna come down to 265515.7659 minus, and if we simplify here, 2 times 350 times 378, it's gonna be 26472.97773 times cosine angle C. Now, since we simplified, so we wrote the rule, we substituted, we simplified. Now it is ready to apply opposite operations on it. So we're going to subtract from each side 2,655,15.7659. And if we do so, 40,000 minus the 265,515.7659, it's gonna come down to minus 225515.7659 is equal to, and this here is gonna be what's inside the bracket is gonna be the same. And now we are solving for C once again. So we need to divide by negative 2,64721.9773. So cosine C, so this number here is going to be cancelled, and if we divide these two here, don't use the calculator yet because we're solving for C. So we have cosine C is equal to this fraction. So we are finding C. So we're going to say cosine inverse of this fraction, and this will give us angle C. Now this is ready to be inserted in the calculator, and if you do so, C is gonna come down to 31.6 degrees, and this is correct to three significant figures. Always place the numbers that you find in the diagram. So what we found so far is angle B, which is 82, side B, which is 378, and angle C, which is 31.6 degrees. Now, we are going to find angle A. Now, we have the three sides known. We have two angles, B and C are known, so we're going to find angle A. And A, B, and C, they are angles in a triangle, and angles in a triangle add up to 180. Accordingly, A is going to be equal to 180 minus the sum of angle B and C. And once we calculate this, angle A is going to come down to 66.4, and this is correct to three significant figures. Now, since we found angle A, let's place it on the diagram here. We know the 162 and we know the A. Let's name, so angles at a point here, they add up to 360. If we name this angle as F, so 162, A and F, they are angles at a point, and angles at a point add up to 360. So F is going to be equal to 360 minus the sum of the 162 and the 66.4 degrees. And if you insert this in the calculator, F is going to come down to 131.5814,373 degrees. Now, we need to find angle D. F and D, they are co-interior angles because this is the north and this is the north. The north are parallel. So, as you can see here, the U or the C angle, that's what we look for. So F and D, they are co-interior angles and they add up to 180. So to find D, we're going to subtract angle F from the 180, and if you do so, angle D is going to come down to 48.4 degrees. And this is, but how do we write the bearing? Remember, the bearing is an angle that is measured from the north and clockwise, and it is always composed of 3 digits. So we must say it's 048 degrees. 048 degrees, and that is the bearing. So this is the end of our question. please watch the video a couple of times and try to solve it in your own. If you struggle with solving it on your own, please watch the video once again.